The World for move to launch Africa's premier hospital, given to Burkina Faso people.
Burkina Faso is back in the spotlight with its groundbreaking advancements in the healthcare sector. It's not just the locals taking notice. The West is watching in disbelief. But what's going on? Has Burkina Faso developed a new medicine? This achievement will shock you and make you believe that success is possible for Burkina Faso. But how is a country often labeled as poor making such waves? Let's find out. President Ibrahim Traoré has officially opened what is being called the best hospital in Africa, right in Bobo Dioulasso. This monumental achievement is a victory not just for Burkina Faso, but for the entire African continent. It's a bold statement. We are capable of leading in healthcare, providing people with world-class services without ever needing to look outside the borders. Let's take a moment to recognize the significance of this hospital. This isn't just another building. This is a symbol of what we can achieve when we believe in ourselves. Situated in Bobo Dioulasso, this hospital represents the best of Africa, combining state-of-the-art medical technology, modern infrastructure, and the brilliance of our own African doctors and healthcare workers. So, what makes this hospital the best in Africa? It starts with the vision behind it. President Ibrahim Traoré, known for his relentless pursuit of self-reliance and empowerment, saw a future where Burkina Faso could lead in healthcare. This hospital is a manifestation of that vision. From its design to its operational model, everything about this hospital screams independence, excellence, and African pride. The facilities here are world-class, with cutting-edge diagnostic equipment, advanced surgical tools, and specialized wings for trauma, maternity, pediatrics, and oncology. This hospital is not just here to treat everyday ailments. It's equipped to handle the most complex medical cases that were once sent abroad. Think about it. No more traveling to Europe or America for treatments that should be available right here on our continent. We have the expertise, we know, and now, with facilities like this, we have the infrastructure to provide the best care possible. No more dependency on foreign aid. No more looking to the West for solutions. This hospital is about taking control of the future. And let's talk about the people behind this institution. The doctors, nurses, and healthcare professionals here are trained locally. This is a point of pride because, for too long, Africa has been told that our people need to be trained overseas to gain the necessary skills. But these doctors are homegrown. They've been trained in Africa by Africans and are ready to serve their people. This hospital is staffed with the best that Africa has to offer, proving that we don't need to import expertise when we have our brilliant minds right here. Additionally, this hospital is designed to serve all members of society. Whether you're a pregnant mother in need of specialized maternity care, a child needing pediatric treatment, or someone battling cancer, this hospital is equipped to provide the care you need. It's comprehensive, inclusive, and built to serve the people of Burkina Faso and beyond. But beyond the impressive technology and skilled staff, there's a deeper significance to this hospital. It's not just about providing medical care. It's about breaking the chains of dependency that have held Africa back for far too long. Africa's healthcare systems have been heavily reliant on foreign aid, expertise, and facilities. It has been the norm for wealthy Africans to seek treatment abroad, whether in Europe, America, or even Asia. This trend, however, comes at a cost, both financially and symbolically. Every time people are sent abroad for healthcare, Africa drains its resources and reinforces a narrative of dependency. Let's face it, the days of Africa relying on foreign powers to meet healthcare needs should be behind us. And this hospital is proof that Africa can provide for its people. With advanced medical technologies, skilled African doctors, and locally sourced resources, this hospital shows that Africa no longer needs to look outside the borders for solutions. The implications of this shift are massive. When we talk about dependency, we're not just talking about the movement of patients. We're talking about the movement of wealth and power. How many billions of dollars have left Africa to pay for medical treatments abroad? Those funds could have been used to build hospitals, train doctors, and invest in healthcare infrastructure right here at home. But until now, that opportunity was missed. With this hospital, we are finally reversing that flow. Now, instead of sending our money abroad, they are keeping it in Africa. The wealth generated by this hospital stays within Burkina Faso, benefiting the local economy, creating jobs, and funding further advancements in healthcare. This hospital is a step towards economic independence, where they control their resources and decide how they're used. But this isn't just about money, it's about empowerment. For decades, Africa has been told that we are incapable of running our healthcare systems without external assistance. Whether it's foreign doctors, foreign hospitals, or foreign aid, there's been a narrative that we are dependent on others for our survival. This hospital is challenging that narrative head-on. President Traoré's vision is clear. Africa must stand on its own. This hospital is a bold declaration that we no longer need to rely on others. Our doctors are trained here. Our equipment is sourced from partnerships that benefit us, not exploit us. Most importantly, the patients who walk through these doors are being treated by their fellow Africans in a hospital built by Africans, for Africans. And it's not just about treatment. This hospital will also serve as a training ground for future generations of African doctors. It's an institution of learning and growth, where the next wave of medical professionals will be trained right here on the continent. This ensures that the cycle of dependency is broken for good. No longer will our brightest minds feel the need to leave Africa to gain the education and experience they need to succeed. They can learn, grow, and thrive right here at home. With the establishment of this hospital, the message is clear. Africa can take care of its own. But this hospital isn't just a local achievement, it's a model for the rest of the continent. So, can the success of this hospital inspire healthcare reforms across Africa? Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. Let's continue now. Absolutely, and without question, what we are seeing in Burkina Faso is more than just the opening of a hospital. It's the beginning of a revolution. The success of this hospital isn't just a victory for Burkina Faso. It's a symbol of what is possible for the entire African continent. It stands as a powerful reminder that we are capable of building and leading our institutions, even in sectors as complex as healthcare. This hospital is a blueprint for the future. Other African nations should look to Bobo Dioulasso as a shining example of what can be accomplished when we invest in ourselves. Many countries across Africa face similar challenges: limited access to advanced medical care, an over-reliance on foreign aid, and a lack of infrastructure. But this hospital shows that we don't need to wait for outside help to solve these problems. We can fix them ourselves. What's crucial about this hospital's success is that it wasn't built by relying on foreign donors or multinational corporations. It was built with a clear vision of self-reliance and empowerment. President Traoré's leadership has shown that when African governments prioritize healthcare, they can create real change for their people. This hospital is proof that we don't need to depend on external powers to create world-class infrastructure. The key lesson here is that we have the talent, resources, and determination to lead in healthcare. Other African leaders should take note. When we invest in our people, we can achieve greatness. We can create systems that serve our needs, rather than depending on foreign models that are often not suited to our unique challenges. This hospital is already attracting attention from across the continent. Countries that have long struggled with inadequate healthcare systems are now looking to Burkina Faso as a model for how to reform their systems. And it's not just about healthcare. This hospital represents a broader movement toward African independence and self-sufficiency in all sectors. Imagine a future where hospitals like this one are built in every African nation. Imagine a future where Africans no longer need to travel abroad for care. That future is possible, and this hospital is proof. We can build it, we can run it, and we can lead the way in healthcare innovation, not just for ourselves, but for the world. It's a call to action. Other African leaders must recognize the importance of healthcare and invest in building similar institutions across the continent. The time has come for Africa to take control of its destiny and provide for its people. This hospital is a symbol of what's possible when we put our people first. As the success of this hospital spreads across Africa, it's also changing the way the world views our continent. For far too long, the world has viewed Africa through a lens of dependency and underdevelopment. When people think of healthcare in Africa, they often imagine charity organizations, foreign interventions, and systems that are constantly in crisis. But this hospital in Bobo Dioulasso is about to flip that narrative. This is not just a hospital. It's a statement to the world that Africa is capable of providing world-class healthcare. No longer should Africa be seen as a continent in need of help from others. We are showing the world that we can build, manage, and sustain our healthcare systems. This hospital proves that Africa has the capacity, the talent, and the resources to stand on its own in sectors where we were once seen as dependent. The opening of this hospital sends a powerful message to the global community. Africa is no longer waiting for aid or handouts. We are leading, we are innovating, and we are providing for our people. This hospital is not just about healthcare. It's about changing the way the world views Africa's place in the global landscape. Think about this. For years, the wealthiest Africans have traveled abroad for medical treatments. But now, with hospitals like this one, that will change. Soon, we may see medical tourism flowing into Africa rather than out of it. This hospital is so advanced, so well equipped, that it could easily serve patients from across the globe. That's how transformative this facility is. Global perceptions are shaped by what people see. And what they will see in this hospital is excellence. They will see an Africa that is no longer dependent, but independent. They will see African doctors leading the way in medical innovation. And they will see a continent that is capable of providing for its people without needing to rely on others. This hospital also challenges the stereotypes that have plagued Africa for far too long. No longer is Africa simply the recipient of aid or the victim of crises. This hospital shows that we are builders, creators, and innovators. We are capable of leading the world in healthcare, just as we are capable of leading in other sectors. But the impact of this hospital goes beyond just healthcare. It's about shifting the global narrative about Africa as a whole. We are not a continent in need. We are a continent on the rise. And this hospital is a symbol of that rise. It's proof that Africa can and will lead in areas where we were once told we couldn't. As the world begins to see Africa in a new light, we must ask ourselves, what does this hospital mean for the future of healthcare across the continent? The future of healthcare in Africa has never looked brighter. With the opening of this hospital, we are seeing the beginning of a new era, an era where Africa leads in healthcare, innovation, and self-reliance. This hospital is more than just a medical facility. It's a symbol of the future we are building for ourselves and future generations. Imagine a future where hospitals like this one exist in every African nation. A future where no African needs to travel abroad for treatment, because the best medical care is available right here at home. That future is within reach, and this hospital is proof that it's possible. The opening of this hospital signals a shift in how we approach healthcare. No longer are we content with being recipients of aid or passive players in the global healthcare system. We are taking control of our healthcare destiny. This hospital shows that we can build, run, and sustain our medical institutions without needing to rely on external powers. Yet this hospital is just the beginning. As more countries look to Burkina Faso as a model for healthcare reform, we will see a wave of new hospitals, new medical schools, and new healthcare systems being built across Africa. This is the future we are building. A future where African healthcare is world-class, independent, and accessible to all. And it's not just about hospitals. This hospital represents a broader movement toward African independence and self-reliance in all sectors. From healthcare to education to energy to technology, we are building the future we want to see. And we are doing it on our terms, without needing to rely on foreign powers to make it happen. This hospital also represents hope. For too long, Africa has been seen as a continent in crisis, with healthcare systems that couldn't meet the needs of their people. But now, we are showing the world, and ourselves, that we are capable of so much more. We are capable of building systems that serve our people and provide the care that they need. The future of healthcare in Africa is bright. With leaders like President Ibrahim Traoré who are committed to self-reliance and empowerment, we will continue to see progress in healthcare and beyond. This hospital is a symbol of what's possible when we believe in ourselves and invest in our people. In the end, let's ask ourselves, when leaders like Ibrahim Traoré are willing to go to such lengths to transform healthcare in Africa, what are we willing to do? Would you still go abroad for treatment? Or will you start promoting and supporting national healthcare? President Traoré's commitment to building the best hospital in Africa is not just a gesture of leadership, it's an invitation for all of us to rethink how we view our national systems, how we support them, and how we take ownership of our collective future. He is showing us that we no longer need to depend on foreign powers for the care of our bodies and our health. He's saying to us, Africa is capable. We can take care of our own. But here's the real question. Are we ready to embrace this change?
They must come under the hands of the state. And they're not for manipulation, for work, for whites or black. It must be in the best interest of this country. And in that context, NUMSA is calling for nationalization without compensation.
For years, it has been the norm for those who could afford it to travel abroad for medical treatments. The elite, the wealthy, and even middle-class families have sought out hospitals in Europe, America, or Asia when facing serious health issues. This has been seen as a necessary evil because of the lack of confidence in our healthcare systems. But what Traoré is asking us to do now is to look inward, trust what we are building, and take a stand for nationalized healthcare systems that are ours. So, would you still go abroad for healthcare if you had a hospital like the one in Bobo Dioulasso available to you? Would you still book a flight to Europe or America when the best doctors and facilities are now within your reach, here in Africa? These are the questions we must ask ourselves. If we continue to seek solutions outside our borders, we are not only turning our backs on the progress being made, but also undermining the very efforts being put in place to secure our independence. When Traoré commits resources, time, and leadership to build Africa's best hospital, he's putting his trust in us to support, believe, and promote what's ours. This is a two-way street. Leadership can only do so much without the backing of the people. Traoré is ready to invest in the people. Are we ready to invest in ourselves? Supporting national healthcare isn't just about using the facilities. It's about believing in them, promoting them, and advocating for their improvement. We cannot continue to hold on to the mentality that the best solutions come from abroad. It's time for us to trust in what is being built at home. Every time we seek healthcare overseas, we're draining our national systems of the very support they need to grow and thrive. Let's also consider this. National pride and economic stability are tied to how we support our national systems. Every time we opt for foreign solutions, whether it's in healthcare or any other sector, we're sending a message that we don't believe in our capabilities. But when we choose to support national systems, we are investing in the future of our country, keeping our money within our borders, creating jobs, and encouraging further innovation. It's not just about receiving care. It's about creating an environment where the best minds, doctors, and healthcare professionals want to stay and work in Africa. When we believe in our national systems, when we choose them over foreign alternatives, we're showing the next generation that Africa can lead. We're showing our children that they can grow up in a continent that provides world-class services without the need to look elsewhere.
There must be a deliberate attempt to empower black people, because it was a deliberate action to exclude them. And without a deliberate attempt, they will never make it.
And what about promoting nationalized healthcare? It starts with us, the people. If we, the citizens, advocate for better healthcare, support the initiatives set forth by leaders like Traoré, and demand excellence from our national systems, we will see them continue to grow and improve. But if we turn our backs thinking that only foreign healthcare can provide the solutions, then we undermine the very progress being made. This isn't just about healthcare, it's about the bigger picture. Traoré's leadership is asking us to reconsider how we view self-reliance in every sector. Healthcare is just the starting point. The hospital in Bobo Dioulasso is a symbol of what can be achieved in education, technology, infrastructure, and beyond. But for these systems to flourish, we need to be ready to embrace and support them. Traoré has done his part. He has provided the vision, the resources, and the leadership. Now it's up to us. Will we support what's being built? Will we promote the nationalization of healthcare and ensure that our systems thrive? Or will we continue to look elsewhere, as we have for so long? Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If so, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: the Black culture, civilization, history, and evidence about how glorious Blacks have been. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.